Hey, it's Chef Coleman here. If we don't know each other, I am a content creator and I am obsessed with cooking and showing people how to grocery shop, but I could not wait to show you all this farmer's market haul I got today. I went to the market because I needed some inspiration. I've kind of been in a rut. The seasons are changing. I just want to be inspired and see what's in season. So I'm making dinner today with this haul. I got an array of produce, meats, and butters, and spreads, and all the things. So on the menu is gonna be like an apricot glazed chicken with like an oniony sauce. I have apricot jam, and I also have just a lot of oniony things. Some spring onion, some garlic chives, these beautiful baby onions, some red onions. So they can see what we got from there, make like a pan sauce. I got these groovy little carrots. I'm gonna toss with spices and brown sugar. It should be lovely. And then lastly, I saw some black-eyed peas, and I also saw some like mini baby collard greens and mini baby kale. So I thought I should make a black-eyed pea salad. So that's going down. All right, first up, I'm gonna peel my sweet potato. This is optional. I think it's just better when the skin is off of it. It makes it more of a tender, soft potato when you roast it. Also, proud Japanese sweet potato fan. I think those have a certain time and place, as do these as well. All right, carrots and sweet potatoes are peeled. I'm gonna toss this and then chop everything up and put it in the bowl and toss it with the spices. One of my chef superpowers is getting people to love things like carrots and sweet potatoes, even mushrooms. Like those are the type of ingredients people are like, either you love it or you hate it. And I think I get folks converted simply because of the flavor profile that I'm giving these vegetables. And flavor profile really comes from the spices I'm using on, things like carrots and sweet potatoes. So whenever I'm doing like a little brown sugar moment, I'm using like soft, light brown sugar. I actually didn't have it, so I'm using cane brown sugar. It's okay. And here's where we go crazy at. So this time around, I'm doing like a Middle Eastern 7 spice moment. It has like cinnamon, cloves, paprika, all the things. Also some Cajun seasoning. So we got Middle Eastern, we got Cajun. Boom, that had a baby. I put a little bit of pepper and a touch of tomato bouillon. You probably heard of chicken bouillon. So you can get all kinds of bouillons, and tomato is one of those. That's an ingredient that's like my secret touch in a lot of the foods that I make, because it has a little MSG, but also this deep savory flavor, and bouillon gives you that. I'm talking a lot about spices. I get very passionate about flavorful food. So now I'm gonna add my carrots and sweet potato to that spice mixture. To that, I'm gonna add salt, a lot of it, because we have a lot of veggies happening here, and some oil to bring all of those spices together and allow it to adhere to the carrots. All right, now I'm gonna put it into a baking pan and roast it off for like 30 to 45 minutes, depending on whenever the vegetables are like fork tender. All right, now on to our chicken. I got these chicken quarter legs from the market. I typically don't always buy my meat from the farmer's market. I gotta admit, it's like double the price usually. But I will say, when I do invest in meat from the farmer's market, the quality is quite different. The meat just tastes fresher, more tender. It may be just in my head, but hey, we did it today. Just so you know, these are like 18 bucks for these 2 quarter legs. So let's see what it's giving. So all that said, it's chicken time. I'm going to start off by just sauteing the chicken on all the sides, and then I'm going to sear it off in some hot oil until it's all crispy and golden brown. I am not going to use any of the spices right now on the chicken, only because when you are searing your meat, you want to avoid anything beyond salt, because if I use like garlic or rosemary or something of that nature, it's going to actually burn and have a really nasty, bitter flavor. So you start with salt, and then you add more spices in later on as the sauce is developing. I don't want to hear how you in the comments talking about I didn't season my chicken. We're not going to take it there. And I'm going to sear it skin side down. All right, the chicken looks lovely. I'm going to take it out of the pan. And then I'm gonna add in my onions, garlic, butter, all the things. We're using that garlic butter. Whoa, that looks really good. When you have garlic, onion, and butter, things can't really go wrong. And we're gonna add some white wine in. Trust, this chicken will be delicious. Now, while we wait for these vegetables to saute and the butter to melt to create a luscious sauce, why not have a little snack with the baguette I got from the market and a little bit of the garlic butter. Nothing to say. Fresh bread, fresh butter, what more can we need? Let me not get out of control. There's more things to cook. And I'm gonna add some apricot jam to the top of the chicken to give it a sweet and complex flavor. Love the flavor of apricot jam. As the chicken is in the oven, it's gonna form a little sweet glaze on top and pair perfectly with that bold and savory sauce. And you wanna cover the entire top of the chicken with the apricot. You can even add a little extra sauce on top too. As the chicken is baking, you wanna take it out like every 10 minutes and just baste it like this. This keeps it juicy and flavorful. All right, let's put it in the oven at 400 degrees for about 30 minutes. Okay, the carrots and sweet potatoes are done roasting. They look so good. They're a little caramelized in the sugar, but I'm loving to see that spice spread throughout as well. I gotta taste one. Such a, that's so good. Has a sweet, smoky, spicy, spiced flavor to it. Cause think about it. We have things like paprika and cayenne pepper in here, but also things like clove and cinnamon. It's just delicious all around. I'm gonna add a little bit of that garlic butter to it as well and let that just melt in, just to add some extra flavor to it. So the carrots and sweet potatoes need a little bit of color, so I'm making like a chimichurri sauce, but with the baby celery leaves, lemon zest, and some like chili powder. I did red onions as well. I'm gonna add a little bit of olive oil in, actually a lot of bit of olive oil to break it down and make it saucy, and just add it to the top of those roasted carrots and potatoes. All right, while the chicken is cooking, let's get into our salad. So we're making a black-eyed pea and kale / collard green salad situation. It's gonna have a lot of flavor, but the star of the show is definitely gonna be the black-eyed peas, which I cooked down already. I just cooked it down with some garlic, onion, habanero, chicken broth, bay leaf, kept it really simple. And we're gonna save a little bit of that black-eyed pea juice for our salad vinaigrette. Add your greens in and toss it all together with that vinaigrette. We're using collard greens and kale, which is our more tougher greens. And tossing them in the dressing ahead of time is definitely going to help tenderize them and add some extra flavor to them. It's kind of like allowing your greens to marinate. Marinating isn't only for meats, you can also marinate your vegetables. Incredible flavor already. Now add the greens to a bowl. And the chicken looks absolutely incredible. That crispy chicken with sweet glaze and this savory onion sauce. I love serving a chicken with fresh bread and a beautiful garnish on top. This chicken is absolutely gorgeous.